Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Jamaica's economy grew by 6.4% for the first quarter ended March. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica published the latest gross domestic product figures today. This is 0.4% higher than the estimate provided by the Planning Institute of Jamaica early this month. Statin says the growth was driven by 8.9% improvement in the services industry and a 0.4% uptick in output from the goods producing industries. Now, the easing of COVID-19 containment measures, including the withdrawal of the Disaster Risk Management Act during the period, positively impacted economic activity. Statin says the quarter's performance brings GDP for the 2021-2022 fiscal year to 8.2%. Actors Partners, in collaboration with Victoria Mutual, today launched a new equity financing program for small and medium-sized businesses. The signing ceremony was hosted today.
Small and medium-sized enterprises will now have access to a new equity financing program through Actors Partners and various groups contributing, including Victoria Mutual and the Development Bank of Jamaica. The private equity fund was launched on Thursday. The fund has so far received in excess of $15 million. Hugh Grant is project manager on the Access to Finance project at the TVJ.
Today commemorates the signing of US $15 million under the project. So Access Partners has now delivered on that mandate. Victoria Mutual Investment Limited has committed US $10 million. DBJ another $5 million, which completes a first close. The Actors team has indicated that they will be pushing for further closes to a fund of approximately US $50 million to deploy capital to Jamaican SMEs.
Chief Executive Officer of VM Investments, Rensworth Burchenson, shared some of the objectives of the fund.
This fund is intended to come in, make these investments, provide the mentorship and the coaching to these entrepreneurs for them to eventually list on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, just to actually promote their growth and development.
Meanwhile, Mr. Grant says beneficiaries are expected to begin receiving money in a few months.
While the fund manager will continue to seek additional capital to inject to the fund, they will now begin to deploy funding to SMEs to start benefiting. So this is the kickoff where they are looking at a pipeline of businesses, doing their due diligence, and then they will do investments to these businesses.
He says they are hoping to secure more investors for the project shortly. At least 15 businesses are to benefit. For the Business Day, I'm Javon Keys.
The U.S. currency is being sold for an average $151.56. $118.76 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar and $184.35 for the pound, while it's costing an average $162.53 for the euro. The JC index advanced by 1,152 points today, while the junior market index gained 39 points. Among today's advancing stocks were CAC 2000, G West Corporation, Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, Iron Rock Insurance, and Pulse Investments. The list of declining stocks included Siboney Group, Cygnus Real Estate Financial Jamaican dollar shares, Proven Investments US dollar shares, T-Tech, and JMB Group 7.25% variable cumulative redeemable preference shares. And that's the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Have a good evening.